Questioning your sexuality can be hard, which is where this channel comes in. Today we're going to be exploring 5 signs that you might be a lesbian. And little disclaimer, these are not the only signs that you might be a lesbian, so if you don't resonate with all of these, you can still be one. But before I get into the video, I just want to shout out my wonderful merch shop. I have pride pins, shirts, hoodies, and a bunch of other cool stuff. You'll be supporting a very queer content creator if you happen to buy something. So be sure to go check it out, and let's get into the video. The first sign that you might be a lesbian is men just kind of don't do it for you. Well, more than normal. Not gonna lie, I don't really know if men really do it for anyone, but I'm also not a straight person, so I'm not the greatest reference here. But some examples of this can be if you've ever hooked up with a guy and just kind of go on autopilot, or maybe you've tried dating a couple different men and you just keep getting this weird, disappointed feeling like it just doesn't mesh well. Or hell, you might not have ever even kissed a guy, but you just know on some deep level that you don't want to for one reason or another. Well, that reason might be that you're a lesbian. And from what I've heard, straight women really don't feel this kind of way towards their male counterparts. Honestly, I feel like this might be one of the biggest signs that you're a lesbian. And don't think that you can't be one just because you've dated a man. Compet is very much a real thing, and I will be linking the lesbian master doc down in the description so you can find out more about that. The second sign that you might be a lesbian is you can't really imagine your life with a man. Like the thought of living with a man, being married to a man, or even having children with a man just kind of makes you go, no, thank you. And honestly, I feel like this TikTok kind of sums it up best.
I've known I was gay much sooner if the straight girls in my life had been happy with men. There, I said, hi, I have something to add. These are my credentials. The idea of having children seemed really repulsive to me when I thought of raising them with men because I thought I would be doing all the work. Like, that's awful, but I was like, that's way too much emotional labor and responsibility for one person alone. And I just kind of like thought, you know, if I was with a man, I was like, there's no way that they're helping me with that. I still have a lot of conflicted feelings about bringing a child into this world, but the idea of raising a child with another woman is a million times more appealing to me, and that told me some things about myself.
Yeah, I completely agree with this video and everything that was said in it. And if you feel that kind of way, it might just tell you a little something about yourself. The third sign that you might be a lesbian is you fantasize about other women or non-women, and yes, I am including non-binary people in this. Non-binary lesbians are very much a thing, and if I see any disputing of that in the comments, I will be deleting it. But when you think about your ideal partner, do you think about another woman? When you think of what you find attractive or sexy, do you think about another woman? When you're having that super special alone time, are you thinking about another woman during that time? If you are, that is completely valid. Our fantasies and internal thoughts can be a big indicator to ourselves and our attraction. It's one of the rare times where we kind of let our minds wander, and if there happens to be a leading lady in those fantasies, it's a good sign you might be a lesbian. The fourth sign that you might be a lesbian is that you kissed a girl and you liked it. Now, I feel like this sign should be a little bit obvious, but you know, sometimes you can just be oblivious. AKA me when I was like 11 years old and having my very first crush on my best friend who happened to be a girl, and I didn't realize that I liked her until I was like 18 or 19, so yeah, being oblivious is okay, it's fine, but that was super fun. Anyway, things like cuddling, kissing, or doing anything else that's physical with a woman and liking it could potentially mean you're a lesbian. And yes, I know that there will be people in the comments that'll be like, oh, it could also mean you're bi or you're pan. It doesn't necessarily mean you're a lesbian. And to that I'll say, yes, you could also be those other identities, but you are also watching a 5 signs you might be a lesbian video as opposed to 5 signs you might be bi or pan, so just saying. And that actually brings me to the 5th and final sign, which is watching this video or looking things up for signs that you might be a lesbian. Yes, straight women don't really look up signs that they could potentially be gay, even though I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if straight people actually questioned their sexuality or their gender a little bit more, the world would be a much better place, but that's a whole other video topic. But honestly, finding your sexuality is a journey, and feeling connected to a label or wanting to look more into a label is genuinely a really good sign that you could potentially be that label. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below how you discovered that you were a lesbian, what signs helped you out. Also, be sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe so that we can get to that 30K mark. We are so close. Every single one of you counts, and I'd love to build this wonderfully queer community. Thank you all again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.